Do you live with a feeling of urgency? Is it so common in your experience to feel urgency that you don't realize you can live without that? Just feels like a background experience. Or it feels like the substrate of your experience and all other textures of experience are plugged into that somehow. Like things outgrow from the sense of urgency, like planning, reacting, thinking about how you can improve yourself, thinking how you can avoid pain or problems. And all of that thought is just kind of sprouting out of the sense of a kind of urgency to fix something fundamental about yourself, urgency to avoid something you don't want to feel or face about yourself, an urgency that says you can never really rest, an urgency that says you can never really relax. This urgency, while isn't necessarily the entirety of what I would call suffering, human suffering, it is a prominent component of it. It is a very common manifestation of it. It may feel like some kind of energy rising up in your body that says, take care of this now. Either move or get away or distract or plan or control. Can you imagine it being possible that you can live without that? That you can live without any of those reactions? That you can live without that sense of urgency? Some thing in the background gnawing away at you, trying to get your attention. And you may have a reaction that's kind of trying to avoid that, even avoid seeing that. This can get pretty buried. And there are layers of reactions above it, downstream, let's say. But the point of this message is that you can actually live without that urgency. You can live from a place of relaxation. You can live from a place of trusting yourself. Totally. You can live from a place of trusting that it's okay to be alive in the way you are. It's okay to be in a body. It's okay to be in an environment that's unpredictable. This may seem really far-fetched to some people. It would have felt really far-fetched to me many years ago. But with the insights that came and with shadow work and so forth that helped to, let's say, integrate the insights, but it's more like settle the restlessness underneath that had been there for a long time that was completely avoided because of the ego structure and the avoidance patterns and so forth and thoughts, endless thoughts. Because of all that, I didn't realize that it's really unnecessary to feel that kind of restless urgency. Now, you may not resonate with that directly, but you may say, well, I have boredom. Boredom is just another version of this. Boredom is actually before you really feel the restless energy, the urgency. Boredom is saying, the mind is not occupied right at this moment, so let's occupy it. But the part it doesn't say is let's occupy it before we start to feel what we don't want to feel, right? Restlessness, anxiety, fear, urgency, shame, all of it. Yeah. So, yeah, the message really is that you really can live without that. Not only can you, it is your birthright to live free from that kind of urgency that seems like it's there all the time. It's kind of like a slow emergency, like a slowly evolving emergency that is your life, right? So, the reason I say this is so that if there's something there that you're not fully conscious of or you're not fully addressing, be willing to turn toward it. Be willing to at least first acknowledge it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, you probably won't address it. You almost certainly won't address it. But if you acknowledge it, you have an opportunity to address it. Then it's just a matter of means, right? Processes, approaches. But so much of this equation is really just the initial recognition, appreciation that it's there, and willingness to start to address whatever's there. So if you look at it from this perspective, then suffering is really a gift, right? It says, look here. It says, look right here. Feel into this. And the second part of that message is because it's not really what you think it is. And you don't have to live with that feeling of urgency, that feeling of quiet desperation.